One owner car guy, oneownercarguy.com. And what I've got here for you today, besides squinting my eyes because it's kind of bright dark out, if that made any sense, is detailing a car that's been sitting under a tree, out in a field, or wherever it may be that's picked up all that extra dust, grime. It's not something new, nice, that's been on the road and been detailed every couple months. This is something that's been sitting out. You can see the clear coat's faded and all that. I'm going to give you a quick walk around of the car before we actually start going on it. And this is a 1993 Thunderbird Anniversary Edition SC. It's a supercharged 5-speed manual. It's a very rare car. You can see the auction did some damage to the side here. It makes me mad. I don't even want to think about it. But the fact of the matter is, I've still got the car, and this car only has 15,000 original miles. This is going to be an extreme before. I guess you could call it a cold start where we're not starting it, because I'm going around this thing and I'm going to show you how it is before we get going on it, and then you'll see how it'll be after we're done with it. As you can see, the carpet and everything, it's still got the original shag to it, man. This is just absolutely beautiful. No wear on the pedals or anything or any of that. No wear on the wheel. Little wear on that. And it's from the sun baking on this thing and just drying it out. All the books and everything. This is an awesome car. You're not going to find too many of these loaded up, lumbar seats and everything, manual supercharged T-Birds. And I'm here to tell you, if you're looking for a 90s car that's looking to go up in value, well then I'll tell you what, this is it. These cars are totally undervalued, and that's all there is to it. So with that being said, I'm going to get into it here. Nick's going to actually film some of this, so I'm going to hand the camera over to him, and I'm going to get to power washing and show you exactly a couple tips, tricks, and all that kind of stuff for detailing these cars and making them look good. And not only that, well, I'll tell you as I'm doing it. I'm going to throw up annotations, so you'll see a little boop or something every once in a while if you're on a computer. If you're watching on a phone or something, I don't know. I can't vouch for that. So I'm going to give this to Nick, and he'll film from over there when we start detailing. But for now, while I'm doing this plate, we're going to start right here. One big thing about any car, get rid of the plates if you're not going to have them in the ad. If you're not going to have them in the ad, get rid of them before you wash it and detail it. If you don't, next thing you know, you take them off, you've got a big spot on your car, it's not detailed, and it kind of irks you. Seriously. Okay, on a car like this, no matter what kind of dirty car you're starting with, you're going to want to definitely start with tires, wheels, and motor. That is absolutely the most important thing to get done first, to where everything is blown up out. And if you blow all this grease and stuff out of here before you do the outside of the car, then when you do the outside of the car, it'll clean up any grease that was overspray or anything, and it'll just look better. This car is going to look amazing because these pieces hardly have any wear. This is going to be awesome. That's all I've got to say. I can't wait to do this. All this stuff, when you're power washing, you got to power wash the heck out of it. You'll see me doing that. There's another video, and I'll pop a link right up in here right now, where I go around this whole car and just kind of give a how-to about what I'm going to do right now. I'm hoping I don't lose too many stickers because it is an older car. But with that said, first thing you want to do is get the whole surface a little bit wet. And since you got a power washer, why not start it up? You alright? On Mondays, if this was Tuesday, it'd be a whole different story. Kind of has a mind of its own, huh?
Yeah, it likes to work on its own.
Like if I let them, I'm worried if I let the coffee would stop right then. So first thing you want to do is blast the surface grime off and get it all blasted down to where you got an open porous surface that will actually accept the degreaser and get in there and let it break up that grease. Be careful of electrical components. gonna leak it sometime in here, and you can see it's just a little bit grimy, especially back up in there. And Nick will have to move where he don't get blasted. But go ahead and show that a little bit in there where you can see, and you'll see this after I break this up here right now. When he shows up in here close now, you can actually see that it's alloy and aluminum or whatever the material is. It looks nice. And once you get a little degreaser on here, it'll look even better. But get that stuff opened up a bit before you get in with the degreaser, and it'll make your life a lot easier. From there, I would usually maybe leave that running just for the heck of it. But since we're doing a video, get yourself some good degreasing stuff. Now I'll be selling the best in the world here by the end of the summer. So about the time you're done with all your car detailing, I'll be ready to sell you the best stuff around. That sucks. But that's just the way it goes. If the degreaser's good, you'll see it eating off stuff before it even... If you could back up a bit and zoom in to where I don't spray that camera, that would die. This stuff, like I say, I'm even worried about it etching glass. I mean, this stuff, it's like me. It's me. So, get it all sprayed down nice and evenly. Keep your degreaser handy because, really and truly, you shouldn't need it again. Don't let this stuff dry out. A nice overcast day like this makes it very nice. And if you don't scrub too hard on your metal, it makes it best. Now I've got a couple different brushes I use. This one ain't gonna do me no favors. Anytime it dries out, make sure and get it wet again. That's what she said. Because it will totally mess up your whole job. And don't go over everything in full until you've done everything in full, if that makes any sense at all. So just totally make sure you're getting every edge, every side, every nook and every cranny that you can as you go, because it's never good to try and come back and do things again later. It gets to be too much to remember. I gave it a pretty good once over with a very light brush, to say the least. And
why'd you use the light one though instead of like the ones we usually use?
Because it's a way to get a lot of stuff done in a very, very quick amount of time. And if it'll take it off, you got it. If it won't, you don't. I'm coming back over it now. And I'm gonna wet it up a little. And you can almost see the stuff draining off like that. And then you'll notice areas around there that just aren't that nice at all. I'm gonna hit up with that other brush. And right now we're a lot more by the book of how I want them done than we've been sometimes in the past. Now making a video like this, there'll be things that I forget, don't mention, or do wrong even. Like, I would like subscribers' help, viewers' help. throw in some input. Comment down below, like, all that good stuff. But any tips that you have that you've found in your detailing expenditures or whatever, throw it out there. I want to hear it. And so does everybody else. This right here does make a big difference when you're going to sell your car though. There's just no reason in the world not to take the extra time to make sure it looks as good as it can look and you get top dollar. I guess it goes back to what your time's worth, and if you have time to try and do it all. Right now I don't have time to do 150 of them, but every minute I can be actually doing what some would be considering not the best job over sitting in an office. Who the hell wants to sit in an office like that? That's just not fun. So I believe I've got about 90% of this the way I want it. I believe there will be some touch-up spots and things like that on this motor. There's lots of tubes, there's lots of belts, it was very greasy, etc., etc. We are pretty well cleaned up though. And once you get to that point, it's time to power wash again. Now that's the fun part. I choke this thing no matter what. I never know what it's going to do. Spray everything real quick with a nice light spray. It'll keep it all wet for you till you get to it. Always wear safety goggles. There's no way you should be doing this without safety goggles or glasses on. These kind right here, the Arnays, they work great. One owner car guy, back at you. Our battery overheated in this camera, so it's not just on test drives and stuff. It happens here too. And as you can see, this is gonna look awesome when we get it all fixed up. But it is scrubbed down. These pieces are just almost like new. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful. And I can see on the back of that pulley right there, I'll probably hit it up a little more. And I like to do that to where I can let it idle for a long while, see if there's any leaks or anything. I mean, look how nice and clean that looks. And again, I want to warn people, you can cut a belt with a power washer. That's all there is to it. Okay, looks great. That's our motor, and that's the motor cleaning. So, thanks for watching. OneOwnerCarGuy.com, HipsterCars.com, and I'm going to put a link at the end of this video where you can click and go right to the next one and see the outside. Thanks for watching. Check out my channel. Comment down below, throw what you think, and subscribe. Make sure to subscribe. Share! Sharing's even better. We'll talk to you.